at the keyboard here. I'm just straight up. Like I don't care. I'm honest. I don't care what people think. I just want to be honest. Because the thing is that that's going to help my heart, my soul, to be able to move on potentially, and to be able to just, like, you know, let go of things and not hold grudges, and to just kind of be straight up with people, you know what I mean? Like it's a very long explanation that I owe you guys, and there's so many elements to it that were planned but that weren't planned too. The Twitter thing, being banned for saying nigga, that wasn't planned, but this whole thing was also a political protest in somewhat of a way too. It was a way of protesting YouTube, but in a sense, I mean, it was a way of protesting Twitter. It was kind of like there was so many elements mashed up, so maybe the message of one of those elements isn't going to be as loud or as blatant when you have this other message of me potentially committing, you know, suicide or something like that. And it's so fucking wrong of me that somehow this all twisted into people actually thinking and worrying about me like that, and that is the last thing I ever wanted. Listen, man, do you guys want to, since we're going to be telling the truth here, I might as well tell y'all. My YouTube channel made zero money. Zero. Dogs, nothing. Between demonetization, between videos not being 10 minutes, every month in terms of ad revenue, my YouTube channel was pulling in less than $1,000. And we're talking 100 and almost 150 million views culminated over the last 6 years. Only $1,000 from YouTube ad revenue. But you want to know what really made a lot of money? The memberships, the donations, the sponsorships, the money from the fucking fans, the crowdfunding, the viewers, the people who are like literally watching this shit, who, you know, are watching it because of me, but at the same time are still fucking supporting. That's where the real income came from. YouTube never fucking did shit in terms of like supply. Dog, do you want to see? I'll show you the fucking emails right now so you can see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, because it's bullshit to me how, I don't know, man, every year, every month, I'm making less and less on YouTube. And it's not like I'm here to say that, you know, I need to be making buckets on YouTube, but it's like, considering the stance that YouTube has on content which is controversial, if it uses like cursing or the N-word or whatever, then it automatically gets demonetized, which not necessarily is censorship, but it's still a horrible thing to do to a platform which grew up on being raw in a sense. This platform, of course, it's going to advance in the future. It's going to have to make some changes, but I just feel that it's silly that like just using certain words regardless of the context will automatically get your channel flagged, or like have a video get one set for demonetization, and two, the video won't get shared as much just because advertisers don't find it applicable to put ads on that shit. And then I was also protesting in the middle of that whole shit, the whole Twitter ban thing over the N-word, with me saying nigga is ridiculous, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous. So those were factors that also played into it. Other factors that played into it was, one, me being completely fucking stressed out by the situation and having a lot of friends who were concerned and genuinely scared for me coming to me and like kind of criticizing me in a way. I'm gonna show you guys real quick before we continue though just how crazy it is. Like, the reason why I deleted the YouTube channel is because it made no sense. It made absolutely no sense to continue going on in that path, continuing that lifestyle, continuing that Desmond, when he wasn't even honest in the first place. He didn't tell you guys that he lives with his mother. And the thing is, I live with my mother because it was an option that was like it made the most sense, man. Like I said, oh, your rent is low, I'll just pay your fucking rent, mommy. I'll move the fuck in, I'll build myself up, and then you know, eventually maybe I'll get my fucking house, maybe I'll get something, and we'll move on. And it's like, I don't know, holding all that in and just trying to maintain it. And a lot of it was also just me being embarrassed. So a lot of, you know, I gotta be real, man, a lot of it was being embarrassed. It felt like, you know, this is like a step backwards. You know, you do all this stuff and you get all this progress and you feel the pressure from people, and it's like, bro, the streaming service is shit. Is it laggy? I know, don't worry, man, we're gonna, don't worry. The plan, here's the thing, when I deleted the channel, I knew that there were legal loopholes in order to have a YouTube channel, even when the person who owns it is banned. As you all know, when a channel is completely shut down from copyright strikes or whatever, then it, wait a minute, so this is laggy. I'm not sure if it's fucking, I'm not sure if the fucking platform has like a quality button or whatever. I'm gonna look at the website right now and see, because this is kind of, hold on a second, let me refresh this. How's it looking now? I mean, it's not the greatest platform. It's lagging, it's garbage. All right, so you know what? I came to stream.me simply just to to kind of just test it out. But we can go over to Twitch too. I mean, it's obviously, you know, I think I'm probably gonna get banned on Twitch, you know what I mean? But I have some alternatives too. I have another streaming website that I'm not going to name right now, that we can try out with this stream.me thing not working. If it is a little bit laggy, okay, you know what, let's try this. We're gonna try to go over to Twitch and see if that'll help out. Hopefully it does. It's the only other option. Hopefully I don't get banned in a few minutes, but if I do wind up getting banned, then yeah, it's the delay is so huge, dude. The audio is fine, but the video is stuttering. Yeah, you know what? No wonder why Stream.me kind of got put down after a while. No one really fucks with this shit anymore. We're gonna be changing platforms, man. Yeah, we're gonna be doing Twitch. Oh, Plexstorm. Oh, obviously. Listen, we're here to talk about what the fuck happened over the last few days with my mental state, bro. We're not here to talk about wish me luck. If that doesn't work out, I'll set things up on another platform. We'll keep it moving, man. I mean, at the end of the day here, like, all we can do is try, man. All we can do is try. And my ass deleting the channel, there are loopholes though. There are. I'm going to go legally through lawyers to be able to find a way to have content on YouTube, like Keemstar did for Drama Alert, even though he was banned on YouTube a million times over for harassment and other policies that they're completely against. It's like, use Mixer, that's one of the websites that I'm on. Picarto, that's another one. So there's alternatives. What I'm gonna do, since this is so laggy, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here right now, then come back to you niggas on Twitch. Okay, so hopefully that'll work out. Let's just see how much. Listen, how many what estimates do we have in terms of like how long the stream is gonna last on Twitch? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes? I don't know, but we'll see when it goes down, man. And I gotta continue. You know what, I'm just gonna start off straight from Jump Street, just to, I guess, give this situation some more of an explanation. As fun and games as it might be, you know what, as much as I make it known that I'm not really a huge fan of the platform in terms of like decisions that they make, it's still one way to communicate. And you know, even if we don't last on this platform, at least I'll be able to get the message out there in some form or fashion, at least until I get my YouTube channel situated, the new YouTube channel situated again. But for now, I gotta explain everything, man. All right, everybody in the chat, man, like, as much as y'all are wilding out, this is a very serious moment. So I need to explain exactly what the fuck went down. While we were on stream.me, I was telling you guys about the last few days and exactly what went down and how I apologize. I'm apologizing heavy because it's definitely necessary to do so, because there are a lot of people that genuinely were concerned for me with this whole situation. Let me pull up the Reddit page real quick, because there are a couple posts that I wanted to highlight on here, man. I know I feel like I'm kind of rushing this, but I have to kind of make it known now. So shout outs to you guys in the chat. Yeah, I miss you guys too, man. Definitely. I mean, these last few days has been crazy, man. And yeah, I'm gonna be answering all questions. So at any point in the chat, if you guys do have anything you want to bring up or concerns, then by all means, feel free to leave those in the chat, man. I'm definitely yo, Poke Game, yo, Joey, man, I see you in the chat, man. I want to apologize to you too, man. I owe you a massive apology, because you brought your ass all the way over here, worried about me, concerned that something was gonna happen to me, man. And I don't know, man. Like, that night was crazy too, because a lot of the people around me were freaking out, so they weren't listening to me in terms of like, oh yeah, Joey's a good fucking friend of mine. They were kind of just spazzing or whatever. I'm sorry, Joey. I'm sorry I put you through that, man. And you know what? If you don't see me in the same light, I completely understand that shit, bro. A lot of people don't, because this whole thing, I mean, to know that a few factors were actually planned while a couple others weren't planned, I mean, it just kind of puts a sour taste in the mouth, because it's like, what is he, feigning suicide? That was never the case. I never intended to make it seem like I was trying to use threatening or being suicidal for views. That is not anything what I was trying to do, and I greatly apologize that I kind of put that out there. I did not want that kind of energy to be out there, man. Wait, why is the chat locked down? Oh, Joey, you did that shit, man? What the fuck, nigga? Nigga, I didn't tell you to do that shit, man. Let that chat go. Let it fly, nigga. Let it fly. Come on, bro. He says, don't worry, man. I was just happy that you're okay. I'm sure you're going to pull up sometime this week with Shizzy whenever you got the time. Man, of course, man. Of course. Bro, as a matter of fact, I got to go into more details, because here's the thing that, before we continue, I got to show you what I did wrong, man. If we go down, actually, matter of fact, let's go to my actual Reddit profile. I was going to show you guys these posts, the sequential order that I was doing all this in. And yeah, I was having myself a fucking breakdown / mental revelation. I'm not the same person as back then. I mean, as crazy as that sounds. I know it seems like I'm being deluded, or that, you know, it just sounds crazy to come from me. But, you know, there's a lot of factors that happen at the same time. There was one, a political protest with the whole nigga thing with YouTube, and with Twitter, and then two, it was frustration with YouTube's policies. What I was going to do is show you guys exactly what kind of ad revenue I make on YouTube and why I decided to delete the channel and start anew, rebrand it and fresh. That wasn't the intention from Jump Street, okay? I did not know I was going to be restarting everything, but these ideas just kind of hit me, man, and they kind of just, oh God, I forgot about the donation. Oh, I forgot I did this one. Oh shit, Lil Boom came in. Well, Lil Boom, what's going on, man? Yo, Boom, give me a moment, brother. Give me a fucking moment, man. I gotta talk about this real quick, bro. He says, bro, you don't know how happy I am. I'm glad to. Thank you, man. Yo, Boom, one moment, bro. One moment. I gotta explain this before we continue, man. So the whole YouTube channel thing, as foolish as a decision as it was from you guys' perspective to just delete an entire channel's history, but that history was only paying $900, and plus it wasn't, and it's not necessarily for the money aspect of it, but it's just the fact that it just felt like as time was going on that, like, more and more on YouTube, it was just becoming a standard for content that has extreme stuff in it, like cursing, to just be completely flagged down and for demonetized and then not shared around. People's content doesn't get shared as much when a piece of content does get scheduled for demonetization, or when it does happen. So it's like it was a frustrating process on all fronts, man. This is something that hit from a bunch of angles and not just one. I was doing a lot of things at one time with this whole thing. YouTube is dying. I don't know about that, but I will say that I don't agree with YouTube's policies when it comes to demonetizing shit that has like edgy content. Edgy content is all right, man. I mean, and it's kind of like where will it go? You know what I'm saying? Like, it starts with the demonetization now. It starts with the videos not getting recommended now because they have content not suitable for advertisers. And where will it go in the future, man? It's kind of a slippery slope in my mind, and I knew for a fact that at some point in my channel's life, I wanted to protest that. And I didn't know how, I didn't know what situation I was going to, but considering that I had sort of a reawakening and I was coming to terms with everyone, I mean, there's a lot of personal friends out there who might have spoke in terms of the text messages that I had sent them, and it probably seemed really weird because I was talking from a perspective as if I really wasn't myself, which, like I'm saying to you all, I'm not. I'm going to tell you all exactly what happened, because there's a lot of stuff that happened before I even said anything online that helped to just change where my perspective was, where my thinking was, and how I was going to change what I do in terms of interacting with close friends and people in general. You know what I mean? It all started when I watched this video. We're going to go to this channel here. Let me see. Charisma on Command. I'm not sure if you guys know it. Charisma on Command Truth. This is a video that, in all honesty, changed my life. It was kind of like this. He did a video talking about how important it is to tell the truth, where it's like you feel yourself free when you finally, like, oh God, I'm getting in. All right, do I have a, is that, who this? Oh, it's the mailman. And I was about to say, how the fuck somebody already coming to the crib? Man, I'm safe now. I ain't fucked up no more. Niggas ain't Joe. I'm about to be a Joe. Is that your bitch ass nigga? Like, why the fuck are you here? A caller? No, don't worry. No, it ain't the FBI. It ain't the FBI. It ain't the Illuminati. I'm good. It's the mailman. No one's getting taken out today. All right. As much as I made it seem like it was, no one's getting taken out anytime soon, man. But there was a video that this dude did a while ago that just grew on me, man. I didn't even watch the video recently. That's why I can't really find it. But this guy, he does one thing I have to do, man, and it's not just to shamelessly promote, but this guy, he does videos talking about the essentials of being a wholesome person and how to live a life that you want rather than, you know, desiring a life and not being able to achieve it. He's a really, really cool channel. I'm subscribed to him normally, but my fucking channel's deleted, you know what I mean? So I mean, I can't really, but I mean, I'm gonna subscribe to him again because, you know. Anyways, that video was very big for me because what it did was kind of sit in my head and just it just always picked at me because it just, as I was doing YouTube stuff, my ego was getting huge, man. I had a massive fucking ego, bro. You could type in, oh, well, it wasn't that like a normal thing, but yeah, with this YouTube thing, throughout the years, like making more and more money as time went on and always moving forward, it gave me an ego to the point where I was willing and ready to lie about certain factors of my life, about other people's lives, in order to maintain this sort of facade. And I had even gone without posting stuff actively. You know, I wasn't really responding to people, but there was a lot of frustration that came from that, because I and myself was in a rut in life. I'm still in a rut right now, but you know, it's like there's a different approach now, because I'm taking it from an honest perspective rather than trying to make myself look good. Rather than trying to make myself look a certain way to somebody, I just realized that it's better to just be honest and to tell the truth and to talk to people, man. Like, it's something that, in all honesty, gave me a high that was unlike any I've ever seen. People are saying, oh, you smoke too much weed or whatever. It wasn't the weed, bro. I wasn't even high for days before this whole meltdown thing happened. The thing that really happened was when I was finally unveiling like how I truly felt about people. That Facebook post was major, because that was the moment where after I had watched that video and I learned, you know what, I have to be honest with myself, I have to tell the truth, this and that. It kind of just it just changed something, man. It just changed something in me, and from that moment it was like, yo, I gotta be straight up with my life from now on. And so yeah, man, it's a lot, bro. There's so much to talk about. We're gonna do this shit in steps, man. Give me a moment. Let me just use the bathroom one more time, bro. I gotta piss. I'm thirsty. I don't know what's going on with this donation thing, because it's like not working right now. Give me a second, man.